Welcome to the next episode of Your Charisma Coach. It's finally here. We're here in King's Cross today, where I want to talk about one question I asked myself 4 or 5 years ago. But first of all, have you ever experienced having a conversation with someone and there's something that comes up in your head? You start to realise that this person in front of you is a little bit irritating, like just a little bit annoying. Like what that means is like they drain you in some way. If you have, this is a video for you. I have systematically come up with a few things and realised as I'm interacting with people around me, through the awareness of going, they're a little bit annoying. I asked myself the question, how do I not become like that? Hello? Yeah, I'm at the bus stop. Yeah. What is the first thing that we need to know to make sure we're not annoying? Well, I like to call it not being in one setting. As we go through and we show up, we have the tendency sometimes to show up from one place. Have that be a funny place or a very serious and meaningful place. Showing up from one place is fine. If it's positive, it's absolutely great until it changes. If the situation or the setting, and some might call that the context of what's happening in front of you, if that changes and you're still in that one setting, sometimes it can screw with you because you are no longer calibrated. You're no longer meeting the moment for what it needs. You are fixed in one position, trying and just desperately trying to be how you've always been, because that's where you feel safe. So that's the first point. If you see yourself doing this, just bring awareness to it and see if you can shift the way that you're showing up, the way that you're being, to actually meet the moment. Another thing that can happen when people are being annoying is they're just not aligned to the experience that you're having. Have you ever had a situation where you're having a conversation with a friend and it's like there's something that feels a little bit off? It's like there's something within you that's like, I don't feel like they're meeting me. Like I'm talking about something quite serious or even playful, but I don't feel like they're quite meeting me in the energy of the conversation. This is because you're not meeting the moment. The experience that is in front of you, you don't really have enough of awareness of to actually meet it fully. The other person is going to feel that. The other person is going to be in a place of like, something doesn't quite feel aligned here. And they might not be able to tell you why, but it can be annoying. See, like this. This is me not meeting the moment. This is awkward. This feels horrible. YouTubers have no business doing shots like this in YouTube videos. Don't be this guy. It's like not meeting the moment means that it's a little bit awkward and people are going to feel it. So let's go over to number 3 now and get this shot of here, for God's sake. Enough from that guy. So what's number 3? Number 3 is denying someone's experience. Like, have you ever had a conversation when someone has asked you a question and said, how are you feeling? It takes vulnerability in the moment to actually express that fully and say, this is how I'm feeling. Now, if you take that sharing, that vulnerability from the other person, and you disregard it, or you don't affirm it or acknowledge it in the moment, it can be a little bit off-putting. It can be like, you asked me this question, I shared my truth, and now you're kind of acting as if it doesn't even exist or it's not even valid. This will create a jarring effect to your conversations. It's like they won't know exactly why, but it will feel really disjointed. It would be really annoying. So how do we get past this? Well, listen. Be aware of where people are coming from and meet them without denying their experience. This comes from affirming, acknowledging, And also showing a little bit of acceptance where people are coming from so that you can actually meet their experience where it's at and you don't run into this issue. Number 4, the final one. Final one is hanging around. Have you ever been in a situation where you've gone to say something in a group of people and like everything's shifted so quickly that you just left there with no purpose, not sure what to do? It's really weird, right? In that moment you had purpose and then it just shifted really quickly. When that happens, don't hang around. This creates ambiguity. It creates a feeling in people that you have no intention and no purpose. Like, who is that guy? And why is he standing there? Like this guy here. Like, don't hang around with no purpose or no intention.
And here we have it on Springwatch, a majestic, unique animal. This is from the species called the YCC coach. Now, this majestic animal will move out of hanging around and move into the summer months looking for its prey and its victim. That prey will be succumb to the most charismatic conversation in the world. With his funny jokes and his witty banter, it will move out into the world and find its prey and will eat. A very dangerous animal indeed. Look out for this animal in social places and also bars and lounges. And please, beware.
This creates a weird feeling in people. So how do you get past this? Whatever you do it with intention and have purpose about the way you move and where you're going and the action that you're taking. So now we know all the things that if stacked creates annoyance. The thing that makes it worse is actually repeating these over and over again. Repetition expands this feeling. Because really, think about it for a second. When you've had a conversation with someone and you've walked away and go, oh, that was a really annoying, irritating conversation. It's like, it tends to be because these things are done over and over again. If you just have it once, it's like, it was a bit awkward, but anyway. But if you have someone showing up in your experience over and over again and it doesn't change, you can feel yourself getting a little bit irritated, right? This is important to understand, that you will get away with this once or twice, but to get away with it over and over and over again, you're always going to be draining the energy from your conversations and how you show up with people. So, now we know this, what do we do with it? Well, what I want you to do is, the number one thing that if you are hitting these points, if any of you are falling into these traps of like, being a little bit annoying, hanging around, not meeting the moment, it's like, really, the one thing that is going to get us out of this is awareness. So I want you to get a piece of paper. I want you to sit down and just, if there's a little part of you inside that's like, I think I've done this before. I think I've hung around a little bit too much, or maybe I do this as a pattern within how I show up. And with that awareness, you can then take it into new interactions, you take it into new conversations, and shift your behaviour so that you get better and not falling into those traps. Now you know all that, go and have fun with it, and I'll see you in the next video.